I'm here to make inflammatory statements on the internet, and then turn my notifications off.
You know what? I looked at a couple of my previous videos and I thought maybe, just maybe, I was being a bit too harsh on the game journalists. Maybe I should take a bit easy with them, so I thought I should not make any more videos on these activists / journalists, just take some time out, enjoy the scenery and, embrace life. And then I saw this trash fire article from The Gamer. I lived through Russia's invasion, then Atomic Heart developer Mundfish blocked me on Twitter. After asking the Atomic Heart developers for the support of Ukraine, I was shut out from the conversation. Ah yes, just a perfectly normal question to ask a game developing studio that still has maybe, a few employees still, in Russia, probably still has family and friends in Russia and, somewhere down the line has to pay taxes to the Russian government. Like, psych, the hell it is. What the hell was this gaming journalist thinking? Does he not have a functioning brain or something? What the hell is his name? Jason... whatever the heck your last name is supposed to be. And I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. Jason over here. Oh, dude. I mean, imagine you're working for a publication and you have access to games and media that normal people don't. And instead of making something out of it, you try to create a problem for the game developers in question by putting them in a situation where no matter what they say or do, they will end up in trouble. No wonder they blocked your ass. I would have blocked your sorry ass. Like, seriously dude, what the hell were you thinking? You could have asked them questions like, something along the lines of, I know this is a particularly, difficult time for both countries. How did you manage the development? What were the challenges? And through those responses, you draw the conclusion of like how the war is affecting both countries. But no, we need to get a clear-cut response. We need to get them to pick a side. We need a statement from them. I mean, it means a lot to Jason, doesn't it? So what if the developers get screwed by the Russian government? So what if the statement can affect the safety of their families and friends? Screw them. Doesn't matter. What matters the most is that in these troubled times, the developers Mundfish take a stand against Russia, even if it means taking a bullet in return. You know what? I gotta point this out. People living in the West, countries like UK and the US, it is perfectly okay, for you to have an opinion. But just because you believe in your social cause doesn't mean everyone else have to, agree with you. Doesn't mean that that you are above everybody else. People will always disagree with you. People don't need to agree with you. And just because they choose to disagree with you or choose not to comment on a certain situation doesn't make them a horrible person, and it doesn't make you, high and mighty just because you decided to put yourself on a pedestal higher than everybody else just because you believe in a social cause.
Daddy, chill.
My goodness, I'm fuming right now. If you could see me right now, I'm like waving my hands in my room and I'm so fuming. Anyways, let's move on to the article. I moved to Kyiv, Ukraine in 2017 and was in the capital of February 24, 2022 when Russia began its indescribably brutal full-scale invasion of the country. Compared to what people I know went through and are still going through, I had a relatively easy experience. I spent a week sleeping in a basement and would spend some of the days in my apartment hearing the sound of explosions from time to time. Whether they were close or not was hard to tell. If they were miles away, they still sounded like they came from 2 blocks down and shook my apartment walls. Yep, this is what war is like. It ain't like Battlefield or Call of Duty or anything. You're not running around with an M4 requesting supply drops. You're looking in the distance going, war sure looks different in 8K 540 FPS. Like, dude, it is scary. I know you're trying to set up a scene over here so we can sympathize with you as a reader, but that's too late because you blew the chance, of me siding with you with that headline of yours. But anyways, let's see what else you got going for you. I made it back to the United States in early April, but I have returned to Ukraine since then. The war continues to destroy innocent lives all over the country. Recently, I tweeted at Russian developer Mundfish, creator of the upcoming Atomic Heart, and asked why the developers had not said one word about Russia's actions against Ukraine. The developers promptly blocked me without a response. I gotta say, that was based. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, that was base 10, They probably looked at his tweet, probably looked at his profile and said, yeah, he's got that Ukrainian flag emote in his handle. He's got his pronouns in his bio. Wait, no, he works for the gamer. He's gotta go. We ain't responding to no trash publication. It ain't worth the hassle. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You know what? Hold up. Let's check his Twitter, for real though. Maybe he's in the right, maybe I'm wrong, maybe, I got everything wrong, maybe, he's got a point. Let's have a look. Oh, shit. Oh my goodness, dude. This video will get D-ranked for sure. His bio says, freelance writer and musician. If your music is anything like your writing, then I can tell it will be trash. Ukraine will win and Russia will fall. Notice he's not saying the Russian government. He's not saying Putin's government. He's talking about the whole goddamn country. Can you freaking believe it? Like, dude, I don't like Putin, but I would not wish any ill towards a country. A country is made up of people. And wishing ill towards a country is wishing ill towards its people. So you know what? It's good that Mundfish blocked you. I am so glad. They probably looked at the tweet, the profile, read that and asked themselves,
Is this guy a retard?
oh my god, I'm going through his Twitter timeline. He's got 167 followers. But the motherfucker can't seem to get more than 2 likes on his tweet. That says a lot. Oh my goodness, he's really going after Mundfish like they stole his lunch money or something. Oh, here's another tweet. Hashtag the Game Awards playing an Atomic Heart trailer. I would tag the developers as well, but they blocked me because they refused to condemn Russia's I can't say that word. They support Russia's invasion and you platformed them. I'm having a feeling he's more upset about being blocked than the developers not condemning Russia's actions, which would make sense because, don't you know? He's a gaming journalist. He has written for the gamer. He has written more than 600 articles for the outlet. He deserves respect, and Mundfish didn't put respect on it. But credit is due where it's due. I had a look at some of the articles he has written in the past for the gamer, and they were indeed about gaming. I didn't check all the articles he has written, just some of the recent ones, so I think he just tweeted at the developers with the intention of creating some controversy, and now that they have blocked him, he is trying to drive that point home. I just hope other developers follow suit, because let's be real here, these activists don't have any kind of power, and blocking them shows that they have zero power, they have zero authority over developers and what they want to create. So I think more developers should do that. Oh, you think our game is offensive because it has white folks? Blocked. Oh, you think our game is problematic because it has hot women? Blocked.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Anyways, I think I've dragged this video on for too long. I won't go through the article, in its entirety, because it has some words and phrases which YouTube does not like. Besides, I don't want to stretch it any longer than it needs to. So I will go through some of the paragraphs that caught my attention. I made the question as simple and non-combative as it possibly could be, and with a typo to boot. It was not meant to be accusatory, but to simply inquire as to why they have been silent for all these months while Russia continues to escalate its tactics against a bordering nation. It was apparently too much for the developer or whoever runs their Twitter account to handle, so they chose to silence the voice of somebody directly affected by the war. For the life of me, I could not find that tweet, but I sincerely doubt it was non-combative. I had a look at his timeline, his Twitter timeline, and it looks like a war zone. See what I did there? Non-combative, war zone. You get that, don't you, huh? Ah, screw you, that was funny.
Yeah, that's not funny.
Would Mundfish speaking out against their country's invasion end it? Of course not. Would it get the company in trouble? Maybe, but that shouldn't be a barrier to speaking out. Wait. What? What the fuck? This guy's out of his mind. Anyone with a full functioning brain and not stupid can figure this out. If speaking out against Russia can get the Russian company in trouble, then it is a barrier that would prevent them from speaking out, especially if they still have contacts in Russia, or if they if they're paying taxes or something in the country later on. Jason, you are literally trying to light a forest on fire just because the forest ranger blocked you from entering the forest. They are game developers, dude. They're trying to develop a game. Let them develop it. Not everything has to be political, you stupid son of a bitch.
A lot of you have mental illness, and you need to get it checked out. You need to see a therapist and get off social media. Yeah, well.
Understanding the relationship between Ukrainians and Russians is also key to understanding why Ukrainians can't trust a Russian game developer to be anti-war if it doesn't take action or, at the very least, explicitly state that it is against the invasion. I can't, dude. I just can't. This is stupid. This guy, Jason, whatever the heck his surname is, he's really speaking on behalf of all Ukrainians about all Russians. This is stupid, dude. Many Ukrainians have family members, acquaintances, and friends in Russia who were born or moved there years ago. After February 24, many of these connections either ceased communication entirely or outwardly approved of Russia's invasion. And you know what? Mundfish Studios may also have family members, acquaintances, and friends in Russia that they don't want to lose communication with. Maybe that's why they decided to block your ass and are staying quiet on the situation. Have you thought about their safety, Jason? Of course not. Screw them. They are Russians, and according to you, if they don't support Ukraine, then they are obviously bad people. And so why do you care about their lives, right? This isn't to say that Russians everywhere necessarily support the invasion. No, you're just making it sound like that if they don't speak publicly or if they don't make a stand, then they are indirectly, in a manner of speaking, supporting it, when that is not the case. A lot of them are suppressed. They are probably scared of their lives. Like, dude, this is why Putin is not liked by a lot of people. The guy is scary, and people living there know what he's capable of. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, this isn't to say that Russians everywhere necessarily support the invasion, but they have lost the benefit of the doubt for Ukrainians. Okay, first up, who the f are you to speak on behalf of all Ukrainians? And second, who the f are you to judge all Russians? Third, who the f are you with your 130 plus less than 150 Twitter followers? Who the hell do you think you are? Am I asking you to boycott Atomic Heart? Yes, you are. And you're not even subtle about it. Would you boycott if... what? Would you boycott it if Ukrainians requested? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were speaking on behalf of all Ukrainians. Whether I suggest it to you or not, my story and the story of many Ukrainians should be enough to make a decision for you based on the type of person you are.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Ah, yes. Trying to guilt trip me. Well, I have decided that being a shit poster as I am, I'm going to buy the game, record some gameplay and put it on my Twitter timeline. But don't worry dude, I'll be sure to tag you to it. A bigger, more impactful decision would be if Microsoft reconsidered its deal to put Atomic Heart on Game Pass. Ideally, both Microsoft and Sony would refuse to release any Russian games until Russia pulls every one of its soldiers out of Ukraine. Oh yeah, the Russian government is screwing Ukraine over, but we will get back at them by screwing the Russian people over. Because we are in no position to screw Putin, so, screw the people. It's not like they have families to feed or anything, They don't have bills to pay, so yeah, screw them. My goodness, this guy... Jason, you know what, dude? You are one sad, miserable person. I'm going off script over here, but you are the kind of person that is actually scary to have in a publication. Words have power. I know I'm making this video as a shit post, to be very honest, but I know that even my words have power. You are working for a publication. I'm not getting paid to make this video. You are getting paid to write these articles, to write this article. You have a greater reach than me. And you are inciting this kind of like verbal hatred towards Russians, towards Russian developers. You are trying to force their hand to make some sort of stand against the Russian government without realizing that if they make that kind of stand, it can potentially land them in hot water with the government. Dude, you are so stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna have to get back to the script because I wanna, finish this video. At the end of the day, do you really want to play a game from a developer that can't so much as take 2 seconds out of their day to type war is bad, one country shouldn't invade the other? Dude, you just wrote a whole ass article just because the company blocked you and didn't respond in the way you wanted. And you didn't even take 2 seconds of your life to think that responding to your question could put their lives, it could put their families' lives as well, in jeopardy. Honestly, that tells me a lot about you as a person, Jason. You may enjoy freedom of speech in countries like America and the UK, but it is a far cry for people who live in countries like Russia or China. Anyway, that's enough from me. Rate, comment and subscribe. You know the deal. My head hurts. I think I'm gonna have some painkillers because this article really caused, some sort of aneurysm or something. Peace out, angels, and stay awesome.